This is Eli Bates. I'm going to make a short video on adding some screenshots to Lowrance units on display at retailers. I'm going to send out to pro staffers a file of screenshots that I want to add to their update cards. I want them to add to their update cards, and then on units on display at retailers, add it to the units on display that have enough room to take them. These are great screenshots provided by one of our pro staffers that really show great images of the units at work, on the water, really good down images, and a lot of good images that the retailers can use to let people scroll through to really see the capabilities of the units. And this can be the best way to get it into those retail units on display. So I've already done it, but you're going to take that file I send you, which is going to be a big folder full of screenshots, and you're going to add it to the SD card. Hopefully we can all do that. But then to get it on the unit, the first thing I want to do is, on the units I can take it, I want to save a screenshot. Just a screenshot of the unit at work, doesn't matter what it's showing. The idea of this is to have it create that screenshot folder in the unit itself. So let's save a screenshot on the touches. We're going to hit the power button and the menu button at the same time. And then it's going to come up at the bottom and say screenshot saved. Screen captured, shot 001. So now when we go to menu, files, in my files there's a folder called screenshots. If there's never been a screenshot saved on that unit, that folder will not be there. That's why we want to save one screenshot to create that folder. So we can see our memory card. That's the card we put in there. It has a folder in it called screenshots. That's the folder that I created. That's the folder that I sent out that has all the screenshots in it. You can open it up and see all these screenshots. I'll go through them in a second. But I want to copy this whole folder to the unit. So I'm going to go over here to that little down arrow, click that, copy all, and we're going to copy them to my files, to screenshots. Then press OK. And you see it's going to copy all those to the screenshots folder on the units. So now it's done. I can actually take this card out of the unit. In my files, this is on the unit's memory now. In my files under screenshots, we can see all these files that we just copied onto the unit. This shot 001 is the one we just created. So I'm going to delete this. But all these other ones, and I'll let you guys go through these on your own, but all these other ones are the ones that our pro staffer gave us and that really show great capabilities of the units. So I'm not going to go through all these, but you can kind of see some of these. Like there's some fish attractors, bamboo, underwater, above water. There's a great shot of another fish attractor dropped onto a ledge. Here's one of the bubbles coming down with the fish attractor just recently dropped. This is one scaring off some, I believe they're buffalo fish, that got scared off that ledge when he dropped that fish attractor. Tree actually coming down. I'm going to go through a couple of these that I actually want to show you some highlights of them. So this one here is obviously structure scan. And you see the circle structure is actually shad. When you scare shad, they circle up. There's a great shot of the shad circling on the left side of the boat. That's captured both in down scan and on the left side of the structure scan. There's a boat dock. You can see a lot of these have little notes on them to show exactly what they're looking at. One thing that retailers can use this for is if they're busy, they can load these up. They can just bring these up for the customer on a unit that you have saved them on and let the customer just scroll through them. They've got some great images, and customers love seeing exactly what these units are going to show them on the water. This is one of the ones I wanted to show you. This is a great image. This is a feeding frenzy. This happens about in the same spot on the water for about a day, and then they'll move on. But what you're seeing here is these fish right here, they're crappie. You can see they're labeled, and they have wrangled up these shad. They've actually gone out and collected them into the same area, and they're feeding on them. And you see those shad, just like we saw earlier, when they get spooked, they circle up. These crappie are attacking them, shad circling up. They're getting caught. Some of them get eaten, some of them get injured, they fall. When they fall, these bigger fish on the bottom, like catfish and buffalo, will come grab these shad that are fallen, that are injured, and you can see it actually stirring up the bottom of the water from these larger fish attacking those shad as they fall down. So it's a great image, and that's going to be a great spot to fish all day. This is another neat one. This is a body of water that was flooded, a flooded lake. So this is before the area was flooded, and this was a shorefront property. You see it pretty much a 2-room cabin right here. When you see the foundation of this 2 rooms, you can see where the fireplace was, you can see where the well was out back. You can see some tree stumps out in the front. It used to be a nice riverfront property before they flooded it to make a nice lake. Anyway, this is some great screenshots. You'll be able to use these at your retailers to really tell a story of what the units really can do, what they look like on the water. And they also have, a lot of them have instructions or little cues about what is being shown in those screenshots, so they make it very intuitive, very useful. So get these onto the display units of your retailers and explain to them how they can use it and how they can really tell the story of the units.